So we got some drama. Whenever a coach speaks or talks in any way, everything they say is looked at with a fine-tooth comb. Just how it works, right? Say anything about a player, negative, positively, sarcastically, everything's taken literally as if you are printing it and signing an application saying that's what I'm saying. So, let me give you the context before we react to this Pat McAfee clip here. What happened was 49ers, Packers. 49ers are number 1 seed, Packers are number 7 seed. Packers had a chance late in the game to take a 7-point lead on the 49ers. The rookie kicker, Anders Carlson, missed the field goal. He missed a 45-yard field goal, which then, of course, the 49ers got the ball back, went down the field, scored a touchdown. Jordan Love throws an interception. It is what it is, right? Kickers are going to miss. Just how life goes, just how things happen. Kickers aren't perfect. They're people too. Well, yes, you know, if you're a Ravens fan, you got Justin Tucker. We got Money Mac here in Cincinnati. And we're pretty damn happy with them. Kickers are going to miss. Now, there's some rumors of why didn't they go ahead and go back there and pick up Mason Crosby. That would be a good option. It definitely would have been. But in all honesty, I have no issue with them keeping Anders Carlson. I mean, this year, he's 27 for 33, 81.8 kicking percentage. I have no problem with it. He's going to miss a field goal. Well, the whole problem that stemmed with this was Matt Lafleur, their head coach, said in a press conference, every time Anders Carlson goes out there to kick, he prays. And it was taken out of context because while the media took it and says, oh, you only pray for this one kicker because you think he's so bad that he's going to miss it, so you just pray that it's going to work, is not what he meant. What he meant is, you know, every time there's a difficult situation, a tough situation, not only for the kicker, maybe the quarterback, maybe a defense getting a stop, he prays whenever there's a tough situation to calm himself down and obviously pray. That's just how it is. But the media took that and ran with that he doesn't like the kicker. And a lot of Packers fans are upset that he missed a 45-yard field goal. So that has spurred out of control. So this is the clip from Pat McAfee's show where he shows Matt LaFleur responding to all the criticism.
Talking about the situation.
You apparently told them that you pray before every kick you guys have.
That was extremely disappointing. That's how that message got portrayed. I've been doing this been a part of production meetings ever since I became a coordinator, and I've never had an experience like that. But it is what it is. I talked to Anders about it, and
Anders, sorry.
I think anytime
There's yeah.
something's out of your control, you kind of saying it in jest and having fun with it, but it got portrayed that way, and it's a learning lesson for me.
And again, yeah, if it's out of your control, the defense needs to get a stop, field goal to win the game, or even just take the lead in the game, extra points, game-winning drives. These are all things you're going to, in quote, pray about to hope they work out. I promise you, he was the same aspect here on the game-winning drive, well, potentially a game-winning drive, for Jordan Love, which started out really good, and then he threw an interception. This is why people, I say people as in the players and the coaches, do not speak to the media, because at the end of the day, everything you say is just going to be taken out of context. It's going to be taken, written a story about, and ran through the brick wall with it. And I feel bad for Matt LaFleur because, as he said, I don't believe he had any ill will or ill intent with this comment. This was not him saying, well, wow, a kicker is barely good enough. I have to pray for him to make it sometimes because I don't think he will. No, it's not what he meant by that. That's taken out of context. What he meant is anytime there's a difficult situation, he prays for it. And that's just okay. That's an okay statement. You don't have to take that now and run it through the wall of, oh, he doesn't trust his kicker. He clearly doesn't trust Andrew Carlson. No, he trusts him, but it's just is how he does it, And I'm going to watch a little bit and react to a little bit of what Pat McAfee says in the response. But I'm going to tell you right now, that man right there is never going to say anything like this to the media ever again. He's not going to say anything fun, anything creative, anything like jokingly. That's why they always say like, oh, the coaches don't give us anything. The coaches don't give us anything. This is why the coaches and players don't give you anything. Because when they give you something, you make up stuff about it. This is why you can't speak to the media.
I prayed before Crosby, too. They didn't say that.
Yeah, what the
I
hell?
was just talking about it all. It is all in the delivery of the information in those production meetings. I was never a part of them. Were you? And after talking to a lot of players and coaches, they got to give enough information so that the commentators can tell the story of the team that they would like. Like, hey, the reason why we're attacking this is because of this. It is a dance in those production meetings between players and coaches and the coverage. But then there's sometimes where people will feel like they got by the commentary team or by the broadcast team. Numerous players have had to come out and say, I never said that. That is not real. That is not how I meant it, if that's the case. Because that one little line from Tom Rinaldi can shape an entire narrative about a guy who's already had a rough season. Yep. And the fans are like, all right, LaFleur feels the same way. We do. It's a big deal, those things. There's a lot of trust involved in that whole game.
Oh, yeah. And I think we, pretty much guaranteed that Matt LaFleur will not be giving any information in future production.
Forever.
That's what we know. For sure. Yeah, he's going to mention it. He's going to reference it multiple times. Well, he'll get start talking. He said, well, now I've been burned in the past. Yeah, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. Like, he's probably not going to give a whole lot of info because I can see why Rinaldi said it, but just in the timing and everything, how it worked out, yeah, it's something that LaFleur would probably say. Hey, I would say this for any kicker on the staff. Like, it just had nothing to do with him. It just.
Yeah, and he even said, and I apologize for having to put up the thing on the screen. It's YouTube copyright crap. Anyway, and I agree with AJ Hawk, and kind of what I piggybacking off what I said here is, yeah, like, he said it. He said that in his response here. He said that, he would do this for any high-pressure situation. It's not just the kicker here. It's any high-pressure situation he cannot control. So, again, a game-winning drive, a field goal, maybe a kickoff, whatever, right? So, it's just, I understand it's January, right? You have teams in the playoffs right now, and because of that, you have to only write about a select amount of teams. If you're an NFL reporter, you have to write about 8 teams in the playoffs. Actually, now 4 teams in the playoffs. It's difficult. I get that. There's not many stories about 4 different teams. You have to keep in mind, like, for the Bengals here, in just last year, from January to December, I made over 3,500 videos about the Bengals. Strictly about the Bengals. I cover every living detail about the Bengals, right? Where Bengals fans are going to be happy and excited to learn and listen and hear and do all this kind of stuff. But non-Bengals fans are not going to give a crap about my content. And I really don't care, to be honest, because I just want to build like the best Bengals fan base as possible and create a community for all Bengals fans to come together, enjoy football, hear about football, talk about football, communicate with another. That's my goal, right? I'm not looking to have Ratbirds in here or Squealer fans in here. If they come in here and they will watch my content, more power to you, right? But I'm about that. These reporters are not about that. They're not selecting a certain team and saying, we're going to just write about the Ravens or just write about this team. They write about all the drama. So they have to manufacture their own drama. And that's all this is. It's all this is. They hear the fans are upset because the kicker missed it. They're upset because the guy had 81.9% kick percentage in the year. Take all that, smash it together. Fans upset. Matt Ford made a comment. Commentator talked about it on the sideline. Bam. Run with it. Run with it and make this a huge deal that it's not. And that's why players and coaches do not talk to the media. Because there's no reason to. All you're doing is setting yourself up for failure by talking to the media. You're setting yourself in a box, and you're opening up Pandora's box, and you're letting it go wild. Just my personal cup of tea. Again, like I said, at the end of the day, we're never going to hear Matt LaFleur ever say anything to the media again. We're never going to hear any hot, spicy takes from him. And really for good reason. And at the end of the day, you know who suffers in all this crap? The kicker. The fans already upset with him, which I get it. You know, you missed a field goal. Very important field goal, mind you. I understand why the fans are upset. But now, but you can know, the players can get over that, right? If the fans are upset with them. When they think the coaching staff and the, general manager hires ups are upset with them and thinking like, ooh, I got to pray for this guy to make a field goal, that kills a player's confidence. Completely kills it. And I'm sure, and that's not a situation where as a kicker, you're going to go up to Matt Ford and say, hey man, did you really mean this about me? Like, no. Because at the end of the day, you got to take what was said and move on with your life. But when you're coming off an 81% kick percentage your rookie year, you just missed a huge playoff kick, and now the fans are on your back, and now you hear that the coach is on your back? You're thinking to yourself in your head is, well, there's my career. Like, my career is over. Like, there's zero chance I'm going to do anything in my career. Because that kick right there was everything. That gets in his head, and he never forgets it. And then now, he's awful. He sucks. He misses every kick. Because he's always looking over his back. It's just a sad situation created based on drama. It is what it is. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.